Hungry Marriage just had its first chapter come out last week, but the question is, though, the most important, can it survive that Shonen Jump Slaughterfest? And whether or not Chapter 2 will live up to a lot of people's, like, especially me, I had quite high standards for the first chapter. And what about Chapter 2, though? Does it even live up? Let's find out right. So definitely I will say and all that, like, if anything, the Beelzebub creator knows exactly where he feels at home with is by doing comedy action. That's, like, one of the things where it's like, definitely from the first chapter, and solidify this one as well, is when we saw the main character, and especially with a lot of the like whole sort of situation that happened with Tiger with him, like pretty much becoming Mary. Like I pretty much after that point when I was reading this chapter, I was like, yeah, no, he pretty much wants to do, if anything, the same kind of like gimmicks and stuff like that, same sort of stuff that we're writing for his story. He just wants to add new, different, like, unless anything fresh twists and all that. Because like the whole thing at the start of it is like he's there, like he's like, I'm a fucking girl now. This is me. And the first thing he does, he's like, I'm just gonna grab my nitties. It's like, it's like, and he like, even like the whole of that, he's like there shocked. He's like, oh my god, these are real. What the hell? And the fact that fucking his best friend, like Mamoru, and like a bunch of these shit kids are like, let's go to here, let's go to this haunted place. And it's like, they actually come in, it's like, look, man. Look, we just want to come in here, see, like, have some scary shit happen and all that. We want to get to the next level. And he's like, I love the priest. Just like, no, fuck out of there. Get out of there immediately, you piece of shit. I don't want none of this stuff and all that. And then the fact that, like, we're trying to have this moment between, like, Tiger and the same thing with Sugamiya, where it's like, oh no, I actually really, like, enjoyed everything, you know, like, I really had this, like, confession I wanted to do to you and everything, and the fact that it kind of escalated where these, like, shit kids came in, and Mary, like, the whole thing with, like, Tiger slash Mary, like, was just like, oh, these guys are gonna fucking notice me, like, as I'm gonna look like I'm some fucking dude in drag, I'm gonna be the mocks rather of my school life, and the fact is that they come here to say, like, oh god, there she is and all that, there's the fucking girl and all that, let's be apparently holding this place, and it's just in me, it's like, you talking down to my girl right now, Sugamiya, after everything, and the fact that one guy pulls out a fucking, it was like a spear, like a naginata. He's like, oh, like, I'm just casually, like, carrying this shit with me. And the fact that he just not, like, just takes care and completely crushes the pole like that, boots him clean through their skull, and just takes on a bunch of these guys. And I was like, as soon as I saw that, oh yeah, he definitely wants to do the comedy action route again. And I feel like that's, if anything, that's what he's going to be doing with this series as well, because he just clearly kicked the living dog shit out of these guys. It's like, you are punks, you are nothing, like, to, like, fuck with me, and the fact that it's like, you know, like, they're like, oh shit, this, like, this girl, like, ghost and all that knows kung fu and shit like that. It's like, what the hell is that, stuff like that? And it's like, I love the fact, like, his best friend's like, wait, I know that, and that looks like, you know, Tiger's kung fu shit. It's like, oh shit, this chick learned kung fu from that guy, and it's like, really, you don't, like, don't you notice it in the way, like, how, like, exactly he fucking talks as well? I was like, oh my god, like, the motherfucker. But, and I don't know, honestly, just was so straight out comedy, where it's just like, oh, thank you, and all that, you truly are, and all that, like, you know, the lady, and all that, truly are Marie, like that, thank you ever so much. It's like, yes, you are the princess, and the cracks, like, she gets really pissy and just starts crushing it, like, yes, you are the princess, and like that. It's like, oh, and, like, the fact that Tiger's gonna have to deal with this from now on. Overall, like, as, like, much as the chapter was, like, I was like, it's pretty fun, it's entertaining, I had a lot of fun with this one, and all that. Like, I got my chuckles and, like, stuff like that. Being honest, like, I'm really, if anything, like, I mean, it worked the first time for Beelzebub and all that, going by this method and everything, but mind you, I didn't marathon, like, Beelzebub for the most part and all that until, like, I'm right about near the end of the anime. So, the question is whether or not this is going to live up or not, or, like, or is it going to survive the weekly sort, because, you know, he did have the last successful manga with, like, you know, like 200 plus chapters and stuff, so I want to see this do well, and so far I've enjoyed it, but then again, I've had other manga come out recently, and I'm like, being like, oh shit, this is really good. If anything, I still think this is, like, up in the top 3 so far of, like, the newer manga, but then as well, this isn't even including the stuff that came out, you know, like Promised Neverland. It's got to survive against that, it's got to survive against the other stuff, and plus we've still got new additions, we've still got the Kuroko series coming out next, and whether or not that'll be good or not. So it's got a lot of competition to try and get out there, and I hope it can really, like, it's going to have to probably put in all full cylinders at the end of this. But overall, I did enjoy this Hungry Mary chapter. Definitely going to at least try and keep up with the series for the most. Don't know if I'll be reviewing all of it, but I definitely do want it to do well and all that. I hope it at least survives, like, the Slaughter Jump. But that is all from me, though, guys. And thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you guys, though, next time.